So, I was wondering, guys, have you ever been in a situation where you felt like you made the wrong choice? Where you felt like you made the wrong decisions? Where everything that you thought was right actually turned out wrong? I know I have. And I'm just trying to learn how to say no to the things that I need to say no to, and yes to the things that I need to say yes to. Obedience is not an easy thing to do. Obedience is not a super simple yes, you know? Like, obedience requires follow through. And recently I was faced with, actually quite often, but oh wow, a lot lately. Ever since 2024 has come in, I've been getting opportunities sent my way left and right. And I've been having to figure out if a good thing is a God thing. I have to figure out if these places are spaces that I'm supposed to be in. These places are spaces that are going to be fruitful for what my ultimate purpose is. Like, yes, you can say yes to anything. Yes, you can go anywhere. You can do anything. We have free will, but I have to be intentional with my time, my gift, and my yes. I have to be intentional with my yes. Yes is such a very, very expensive word. There is so much that comes with it. Yes is an agreement. It's a contract. If we really started to think about how big of a deal it is for something to get our yes, we would take it a lot more easily. And I know I say this all the time, but as a former people pleaser, it's just so important for me to like be intentional with my yes, because I can't and I won't say yes to just anything anymore like I used to. There's so much more for me to consider now. I have to consider how things line up with the word and will of God. I have to consider, you know, what benefit could it bring? Is it even worth it? Am I casting my pearls to swine? You know? It's kind of hard to you know, consider, but I was like trying to figure out how my yes plays into the things that matter. There's so much stuff out here that does not matter. So many things that are pointless, worthless, invaluable. Like, I just can't even begin to express how many things I have said yes to in the past that I did not want to do. Things that I couldn't really even see a benefit for me, the kingdom, for growth. I didn't see any fruit from it. And I just said yes and did it. Totally unfair to myself, totally unfair to, you know, God, because He's given me purpose so that I can actually go out and be fruitful and do things that are going to be in alignment with what His will for me is. And like, I'm just out here saying yes. Oh yes, okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll show up here. Yeah, I'll support that. Yes, here's my money. Take my money. Yeah, sure, I'll be there. What time? What time do you need? Do you need a ride? Like, imagine that, being so much of a people pleaser that you are saying yes to everybody, but when God asks you to do something, you're being, well, God, I need 3 confirmations. I need 7 confirmations. You say yes so quickly to everybody else, but when God asks you for, you know, do this, you need 17,000 confirmations. You need 17,000 coaxings and warnings, and I'm guilty of it. I'm not talking about just y'all. Like, I'm guilty of that myself. I'm guilty of it, and I am just like, it's just like so crazy to me that like things just turn out the way they're supposed to. They turn out the way they're supposed to. And the quicker that we realize that, the more freedom we'll have and just understand that things are going to work out right. But I am completely at a place where just because something is a good opportunity doesn't mean it's a God opportunity. And I want to just say this as well. I was very taken aback. I was supposed to go to check out a new church, and my spirit wasn't right. My spirit wasn't right. Like I had reached out to my mom, I had reached out to my friend. Like it was just something in me that was like, no, this is not. It looks good. It looks good on paper. It makes so much sense, like in a logical, earthly sense. But like something spiritually just did not feel right with it. And I was like, okay. So I reached out to my mom. I reached out to my friend Whitney. Shout out to both of you. Hey, mama. Hey, Whitney. And I was like, can you just watch this sermon? Can you just look and see, like, you know, what's your thoughts? I didn't really give them any like coaxing. I just gave them a very general thing because I wanted unbiased. I didn't want to put my own spin on it. I wanted to get their unbiased opinion about it. And, you know, they came back and the response was kind of what I expected it to be. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna see. And then I was like, okay. And then yesterday, right, I was getting all excited to go. The Holy Spirit sent me to go look at something, and it aligned and it showed me that this person is an active member of a fraternity where vows and rituals and chanting and oaths were made, and that I read the Bible. Like I don't just rely on someone else to read the Bible for me. I read it for myself as well. So if we were reading the same Bible and you don't see anything wrong with bowing at altars of Greek gods and goddesses and things like that, like I don't know that I could trust. I don't know that I could trust your exegesis. You know, like I'm not one of those people who need someone to read the Bible for me. I have the Holy Spirit and I read my Bible. I do. Sunday is not the only time that I get a word. So it was just very disheartening. And so one of my ex-coworkers invited me to a church. So hopefully I'll go check that out one of these days and see. It's a little older crowd, but if the doctrine is sound, I'm okay with that. So I'm just hoping that it goes well. But neither here nor there, guys. I just want you guys to be more intentional with your yes. Yes is a contract. Think about it as being your signature on terms and agreements. Not the Facebook terms and agreements that you scroll past and don't look at, but your car note, your lease, your mortgage. Your yes is very, very powerful, and I just hope that you start to treat it that way.